Okay, today I'm going to reading my English version of writing first that I wrote, which is about my self-reflection, and then I'm going to read a Korean version of it. Okay, so my writing's title is "That's okay, it happens. Life can be like that." At some point, I started saying these words to myself. Like untangling a massive ball of yarn, I used to these words to soothe the sensitivity and anxiety rooted deep within me. In the past, I would react sharply to even the smallest things. I'd scold myself, blurting out, "Why are you like that?" This habit of speaking harshly to myself, which I hadn't learned from anyone, but seemed to have absorbed naturally, acted like a mirror reflecting my insecurities and needs. But then I had the realization negative attitudes are easy to adopt, but the positive attitudes requires deliberate effort to take root. Like a child throwing a tantrum when they don't get what they want, we instinctively react negatively. However, becoming an adult demands maturity that transcends these instincts. So I began asking myself, are you a little more mature today than you were yesterday? This question became a mirror for self-reflection at the end of the day. A few years ago, I decided to refine my vocabulary of self-talk. Instead of instinctively reacting with the end. Sorry. My tongue is in a kind of really tight, so please bear with me. I needed time to relax my tongue and my mouth as well. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so a few years ago, I decided to refine myself vocabulary of self-talk. Instead of instinctively reacting with annoyed comments like, "Why are you like that?" I wanted to offer myself warm words and comfort. It wasn't easy at first. When something happened, why would I still slip out before I could stop it? But I kept reminding myself to say, "It's okay, it happens. Life can be like that." Weeks turned into months, and then one day this phrase became embodied in my subconscious. Now, no matter what happened, the words, "It's okay, it happens," flow out of me naturally and effortlessly, becoming a new habit that requires no conscious effort. What surprised me was this inner change didn't stop with me. At some point, I found myself saying to others, "It's okay, these things happen, that's just life," and truly meaning it. Where I used to react critically to others' actions, thinking, "How could I do that?" I now found myself understanding, emphasizing with their situations. By learning to kinder to myself, I became kinder to others. Like this ripple effect on a butterfly's wings, the same changes within me begin to spread outward. I was reminded of something I once learned in psychology. Humans treat others the way they treat themselves. The way I treat myself mirrored how I treated others, and this truth resonated deeply in my life. When I could forgive and comfort myself, I found it easier to forgive and understanding toward others. This realization was profound for me. Now I let things go with this thought. It happens. Life can be like that, and I gather the strength to move forward. Life, after all, is like a flowing river. No amount of struggling against any current can change its course. True maturity lies in letting go of the regret of shame and in accepting life as it comes, just as one would let themselves in a float along with the river. There's a saying I hold close to my heart. As people age, everyone becomes old, but not everyone becomes adult. Each day I ask myself, Irene, are you a little more mature today than you were yesterday? And to answer the question, I take one more step forward. Oh, okay. It's kinda not smooth, but I just need to try my best. So I need time to, be relax my tongues and my mouth. I'm sorry about this. Still bear with me. Okay, so it is a Korean version. 괜찮아. 그럴 수 있어. 살다 보면 그럴 수 있어. 그럴 수 있지. 어느 순간부터 나는 이런 말을 나 자신에게 건네기 시작했다. 마치 헝클어진 실타래를 하나를 풀어가듯 나의 내면에 자리 잡고 있던 예민함과 불안함을 이 말로 달래고자 했다. 예전에 나는 작은 일에도 날카롭게 반응하곤 했습니다. 스스로에게 화를 내며 도대체 왜 이러는 거야? 라는 다그침이 입 밖으로 튀어나오곤 했습니다. 누구에게 배운 것도 아닌 자연스럽게 체득된 이 부정적인 말의 습관은 마치 거울처럼 나의 불안과 초조함을 비추고 있었습니다. 그런데 문득 깨달았습니다. 부정적인 태도는 누구나 쉽게 배우지만 긍정적인 태도는 의식적으로 훈련 없이는 내면에 자리 잡기 어렵다는 것을, 어린아이가 원하는 것을 얻지 못했을 때 바닥을 구르며 소리를 지르는 모습처럼 우리는 본능적으로 부정적인 반응을 보입니다. 그러나 어른이 되어가는 과정은 이러한 본능을 넘어서는 성숙함을 요구합니다. 그래서 나는 나 자신에게 물었습니다. 너는 어제보다 조금 더 성숙한 어른이 되었니? 이 질문은 나의 하루를 마무리하며 나를 성찰하게 하는 거울이 되었습니다. 이런 반응을 보입니다. 그러나 어른이 되어가는 과정은 이런 본능을 넘어서는 성숙함을 요구합니다. 여기 왜냐면 지금 반복되는데 한번 빼야 될 것 같아요. 그쵸? 이 부분. 몇 년 전 나는 나의 말그릇을 다듬기로 결심했습니다. 무의식적으로 내뱉던 왜 그러는 거야? 라는 짜증 섞인 반응 대신 스스로에게 따뜻한 위로를 건네고 싶었습니다. 처음에는 쉽지 않았습니다. 어떤 상황이 닥치면 여전히 왜 그래? 라는 말이 먼저 튀어나왔습니다. 하지만 다시 마음을 다잡고 괜찮아, 그럴 수 있어, 살다 보면 그럴 수 있지 라고 되뇌었습니다. 몇 주가 지나고 몇 달이 흘렀습니다. 그러고 어느 순간 이 말은 나의 무의식 속에 자리 잡았습니다. 이제는 어떤 일이 닥쳐도 자연스럽게 자동적으로 괜찮아, 그럴 수 있어 라는 말이 입 밖으로 흘러나옵니다. 그것은 더 이상 노력하지 않아도 되는 나의 새로운 습관이 되었습니다. 놀라운 점은 이 변화가 나 자신에만 천천히 머무르지 않았다는 것입니다. 어느 순간부터 다른 사람의 실수나 예상치 못한 행동에도 괜찮아요, 그럴 수 있어요, 사람이 살다 보면 그럴 수 있죠 라는 말이 자연스럽게 나왔습니다. 더 나아가 마음속 깊은 곳에서도 진심으로 그럴 수 있지 라는 생각이 들었습니다. 과거에는 타인의 행동 하나하나에 날카롭게 반응하며 어떻게 저럴 수 있지 라는 비난이 먼저였습니다. 이제는 그들의 상황을 이해하고 공감하는 나 자신을 발견합니다. 내가 나에게 관대해지자 타인에게도 관대해질 수 있었습니다. 마치 나비의 날개짓이 바람을 일으키듯 내 안의 작은 변화가 외부로도 퍼져나간 것입니다. 심리학에서 배운 말이 떠올랐습니다. 인간은 자기를 대하는 방식으로 타인을 대한다. 나는 나를 대하는 방식이 곧 내가 타인을 대하는 방식으로 투영된다는 이 말은 내 삶에서 진실로 다가왔습니다. 나를 용서하고 위로할 수 있을 때 타인에게도 너그러울 수 있었습니다. 이것은 나에게 큰 깨달음이었습니다. 이제 나는 어떤 문제든 이렇게 흘려보냅니다. 그럴 수 있지, 그럴 수 있어, 살다 보면 그럴 수 있지. 아이린, 괜찮아. 그럴 수 있어. 살다 보면 그럴 수 있지. 그리고 다시 나아갈 힘을 얻습니다. 인생이라는 것은 결국 흘러가는 강물과 같습니다. 물살을 거슬러 올라가려 아동바동한다고 해서 강물의 흐름을 바꿀 수는 없습니다. 후회와 부끄러움에 발목을 잡히지 않고 강물에 몸을 맡기듯 인생을 받아들이는 것이야말로 진정한 성숙이 아닐까. 항상 성숙이 아닐까? 항상 내 마음에 새기는 말이 있습니다. 인간은 나이가 들면 누구나 노인이 되지만 모두가 어른이 되는 것은 아니다. 오늘도 나는 나 자신에게 묻습니다. 아이린, 너는 어제보다 조금 더 성숙한 어른이 되었니? 그리고 그 질문에 답하기 위해 한 걸음 나아갑니다. 그러면 어제보다 조금 더 성숙한 어른이 되었니? 너는 어제보다 조금 더 성숙한 어른이 되었니? 이게 두 번이 반복되었네요. 여기서 한번 빼는 게 좋을 것 같아요. 할게요. 아이린님, 어제보다 조금 더 성숙한 어른이 되셨나요? Okay. It's okay, it happens. Life can be like that. At some point, I started saying these words to myself, like untangling a messy ball of yarn. I used to these words to soothe the sensitivity and anxiety rooted deep within me. In the past, I would react sharply to even the smallest things. I'd scold myself and blurting out, "Why are you like that?" This is a habit of speaking harshly to myself, which I hadn't learned from anyone but seemed to have absorbed naturally, acted like a mirror reflecting my insecurities and unease. But then I had the realization negative attitudes are easy to adopt, but the positive attitudes require deliberate effort to take root. Like a child throwing a tantrum when they don't get what they want, we instinctively react negatively. However, becoming adults demands a maturity that transcends these instincts. So I began asking myself, are you a little more mature today than you were yesterday? The question had become a mirror for self-reflection at the end of each day. A few years ago, I decided to refine myself vocabulary of self-talk. Instead of instinctively reacting and annoying comments like, "Why are you like that?" I wanted to offer myself warm words and comfort. It wasn't easy at first. When something happens, why, we still sleep out of before I could stop it. But I kept reminding myself to say, "It's okay, it happens. Life can be just like that." Weeks turned into months, and then one day this phrase became embodied in my subconscious. Now, no matter what happens, the words, "It's okay, it happens," flow out of me naturally and effortlessly, becoming a new habit that requires no conscious effort. What surprised me was thought this change didn't stop with me. At some point, I found myself saying to others, "It's okay, these things happened. That's just life," and truly meaning it. Where I used to react critically to others' actions, thinking, "How could they do that?" I'll now find myself understanding and empathizing with their situations. By learning to be kinder to myself, I became kinder to others. Like the inner ripple effect of a butterfly's wings, the small changes within me began to spread outward. I was reminded of something I once learned in psychology. Humans treat others the way they treat themselves. The way I treated myself mirrored how I treated others, and this truth resonated deeply in my life. When I could forgive and comfort myself, I find it easier to be forgiving and understanding toward others. This realization was profound for me. Now, I let things go with the thought. It happens. Life can be like that. And I gather the strength to move forward. Life, after all, is like a flowing river. No amount of struggling against the current can change its course. True maturity lies in the letting go of the regret and shame and accepting life as it comes, just as one would let themselves in a flood and along with the river. There's a saying I hold close to my heart. As people age, everyone becomes old, but not everyone becomes an adult. Each day I ask myself, "Irene, are you a little more mature today than you were yesterday?" And to answer the question, I take one more step forward. Okay, so I finished my I just finished reading my writing that I wrote today. Okay, great job, Irene.